camera pans through a busy subway station, the hustle and bustle of city life evident. The sounds of train announcements and people chatting fill the air. The subway, a place where lives intersect briefly before diverging into the depths of the city. But sometimes, those intersections can lead to dark and unexpected paths. Cut to Emily, a young woman in her mid-20s, sitting on a bench, waiting for the last train. She checks her watch nervously. "Emily, come on, where is this train?" An old man sitting nearby looks up at her. "Old man, the last train always takes its time. You never know what you might encounter on it." Emily, nervous laugh. "Yeah, I just hope I get home soon." The last train arrives with a screech. The station is now nearly empty. Emily boards the train, finding it eerily quiet. "Conductor, over the intercom, next stop, Central Station." Emily sits down and looks around. There are only a few passengers, a man in a trench coat, a woman with a large hat, and a teenager listening to music. The train doors close with a loud clang. As the train moves, the lights flicker. Emily notices that the other passengers seem distant and unresponsive. "Emily," to the man in the trench coat, "excuse me, do you know how long it takes to get to Central Station?" The man looks at her with empty eyes and says nothing. Emily shudders and sits back down. The train stops at a dark, abandoned station. The doors open, and a figure in tattered clothes steps on. Emily watches as the figure sits down across from her. Its face is hidden in shadow. "Emily, excuse me, do you know if this train is going to Central Station?" The figure looks up, revealing a ghostly, hollow face. "Phantom passenger, there is no escape. You're one of us now." Emily gasps and moves to the next car, but she finds herself back in the same car she just left. The passengers are still there, but their faces are now ghostly and hollow. Emily tries to call for help, but her phone has no signal. She looks out the window and sees the same dark, abandoned station repeatedly. Emily, panicking what is going on, she notices a plaque on the wall with an old newspaper clipping. It tells the story of a train accident that happened years ago. The last train crashed, and the souls of the passengers were trapped forever, doomed to ride the subway for eternity. The phantom passengers stand up and move towards Emily. "Phantom passenger," whispering, "you cannot leave. Join us." Emily backs away, finding herself at the end of the car with nowhere to go. The ghosts surround her, their hollow eyes staring into her soul. Emily, screaming, "No! This can't be happening." Suddenly, the train jerks to a stop. The doors open, and Emily sees a bright light. She runs towards it, escaping the grasp of the ghosts. Emily finds herself back in the busy subway station, people bustling around her. She looks back at the train, which now appears normal. She collapses on the bench, breathing heavily. "Old man, reappearing, you saw them, didn't you?" Emily, "What? What were they?" "Old man, the lost souls of the last train. You were lucky to escape. Not everyone does." The camera pans out as Emily watches the train leave the station. The old man disappears into the crowd. Narrator: the subway, a place of endless journeys and hidden terrors. Sometimes, the last train can take you to places you never wanted to go.